All right. What's good, y'all? Soul here, and welcome back to my story mode. So, you've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail. It's very obvious what we're going to be talking about today. And I wanted to make sure to talk about this topic before it got just a little bit too late. You know what I'm saying? The summer's coming up, and with that, there's going to be a lot of announcements from all different companies and developers and stuff like that. And one of the most anticipated announcements that we've been waiting on is the inevitable announcement of the next Nintendo Switch console, or whatever is coming next from Nintendo. We're assuming it might be a Switch 2. We could be absolutely wrong, but I'm more than willing to put something like that well within the cards, given all that we've gotten within the Switch, okay? Now, there's a lot of reasons to believe why we might be receiving a Switch 2 or something like that, or even a new console from Nintendo. We could be wrong on a lot of it, so take everything that's said around the internet, from me, from anybody else, with a grain of salt. It is all purely speculation based on things that we've seen, right? For example, and I've talked about this quite a couple of times in multiple videos across my channel here, my main channel, so Story Mode, in which essentially we're probably moving on to a new console because a lot of the games that we're getting are not major in any way, besides like remakes and stuff like that, or maybe Super Princess Peach if you want to count that. But we're not getting another Zelda game, we're not getting another 3D Mario game, we're not even getting another mainline Kirby game. You know what I'm saying? We're kind of winding down in terms of releases, and therefore it's very easy for a lot of us to believe that it's very possible that we could be moving on to bigger and better. Now, while I could absolutely ramble on about that topic forever, I think I would rather talk about my wish list of sorts of things, mechanics, and, just design choices that I would love to see going into this next console. Again, whether it be a Switch 2 or otherwise. So, with that, let's just go ahead, hop right into this bad boy. Now, the first thing that I put on this list is obviously some kind of backwards compatibility. We just recently received Tears of the Kingdom, right? Which may good and well be one of my favorite Zelda games, if not my favorite Zelda game of all time, right? I love that game to hell and back, to tears, to pieces. Tears, anyway. I love that game, and one of the most heartbreaking things that Nintendo can do is not bring that game over somehow to the next console. That game not being playable on the potentially bigger, stronger, more dedicated home console, that would be so sad to me, okay? Because, I would rather not pay for it again. So personally, if they could get some backwards compatibility going so that I can, move all the games that I have over to the new system, that would just be so swell. You know what I'm saying? I think I would appreciate that just so much, okay? Because there's so many games on the Switch that I'd really rather not just kind of sit there and die, you know what I'm saying? Although the Switch in of itself probably isn't going to die anytime soon. It's been running strong for almost 7+ years now. So, but still, I would love to see some kind of backwards compatibility, especially for all these Switch exclusives that have just wormed their way so close to my heart. Speaking of being a stronger console, the very second thing that I wrote is the possibility of a stronger console. I want something to be able to run in 60 frames, 1080p, maybe just a little bit under that, maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying there's no reason as to why the Switch runs. Actually, let me take that back. There is a fine reason as to why it runs like that. It's because it's half portable console, something that's not usually done like that in the market. You know what I'm saying? Like being able to switch seamlessly, like flawlessly, like in a pinch between a home console and a handheld. It's an amazing feat, truly. I love the Switch for what it is. But me personally, I am somebody that rarely takes the Switch out of its dock. I play it at home. I don't really like to take my games outside with me because when I'm at home, I'm distracted, I play my games, whatever. But when I'm out, I don't like to bring my stuff with me. And, that's just a me thing. But I think a lot of us can agree that there's no reason as to why a game like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom or Pokemon or Kirby should be held back by these limitations because of the power of the console. there is absolutely so much potential for these games that have yet to be realized because they're on a weaker console. Could you imagine playing a fully realized Zelda game on something as strong as like a PS4? That would be grand. Not even PS5, PS4, even PS3 maybe. All right, because even back in the day, PS3 was running some pretty stellar heights. So all I'm saying here is that I would love to see some strength in the next console, because I love the games the way that they are and they run fine for the most part, but if you could get some more power behind it, that would just be awesome, especially for Pokemon. Please, I would just love to see a fully realized Nintendo console with as much power as a PlayStation 4 at the very least. Another very obvious wish, I want a better working and looking UI for this console, man, because there's no way we went from something as stylish and as fun as the DS or the Wii U to the Switch, which is completely bland in every way, shape, and form, in every UI possible. Literally, the first thing you do when you boot up the Switch, pure silence. Nothing going on. Maybe you have some news on the side, whatever. You tap the button, whatever. Who cares, right? You get in there, silence. Nothing is going on, right? It's just complete, pure emptiness. A void almost. Themes, you get basic black or basic white. Why? I almost have to imagine, right, that Nintendo forgot to add themes at some point. They were so focused on so many different aspects for the Switch, they completely forgot that they needed to, add some flair to the console, for Christ's sakes. Who in their right mind wouldn't want to buy a Pokemon theme for their backgrounds to see? A Zelda theme in their backgrounds, a Mario theme. Guys, that's free money. What's going on? Why do we not have themes? Why do we not have background music to complement some color, to just something, you know what I'm saying? Hell, it didn't even have to be just like video game themes. Red? Orange? Blue? We couldn't get more colors throughout the years? 7 years and we still have basic white and basic black? I have to imagine somebody just forgot. That's the only explanation that I have. Long and short, let's not do this again. There's so many opportunities that you could have taken and you didn't. Let's go ahead and take that next step with the Switch 2 or whatever the next console is. All right, I'm trying to get as many, themes and stuff like that as a PS4 has, or even a 3DS has, for God's sakes. Come on, guys. Y'all got this. Please, I believe in you. Also, I'm gonna need y'all to reorganize the eShop, because what happened, right? There was a time where we had very organized eShops, right? You had your Zelda games, you had your Pokemon games, you had your Mario games, you had your Metroid games, you had your old classics and stuff like that. From the 3DS to the Wii U, that eShop was great. It had music going on. It wasn't always the strongest, user interface or anything like that. It still ran slow at times, but at the very least, I didn't mind waiting as much because it had fun little Cat Mario running across sometimes, and it had the Pikmin loading situation on the 3DS and stuff or was that the DS? Either way, no, it had to be the 3DS. Either way, there was just so much fun to be had every time you would go into an eShop, and whenever you wanted to look for something, you knew exactly where to go to look for it. When it comes to the Switch, everything is just piled right on top of each other, and it is a freaking mess, guys. What's going on here? What happened? Why did this happen? There were so many opportunities to just organize the mess, indie games, you know what I'm saying? New releases, Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, Metroid. It was so easy to organize, and you just didn't? What happened with that? Because I don't understand why there's now just, there's sections and stuff like that, but even then, everything just kind of piled on top of each other outside of the best sellers. No, we can't have that again. We actually do need to take a step back with that one and learn from what the Wii U did, what you did with the Wii U, what you did with the 3DS. Organize everything. I want to be able to see my RPGs in one place. You know what I'm saying? Maybe newly released RPGs, maybe some old classic RPGs, new Zelda, old Zelda. There's just so many things you guys could do, and you just didn't. So let's go ahead and fall back a little bit and, just learn from our mistakes for this next upcoming console. Please, I beg of you. Another thing is that I would really appreciate it if we have games, right, that are dedicated solely for multiplayer. Why is there not a better way or an easier way to invite friends to join you, right? We're in an age, we've been in the age where for PlayStation, for Xbox, whenever you're playing online, whenever you're playing and you see a friend hop on or whatever, you could send an invite right from the console to whatever game you're playing, and they could just hop right in. From there, we can only do that with like select games that you absolutely have to do that with. I recently tried to play Scott Pilgrim vs. the World with my friend, and it took forever to get that working because it's such a janky system to invite friends that way. Because if you want to be able to play with your friends, the game that you're playing on Switch has to already have a built-in like system to invite people, and they have to be on the game. Otherwise, you gotta wait for them to get on, and then you can invite them. But why? Why can't I, if I'm just playing Splatoon 3 and I see my buddy on, I can't send an invite and have them just hop in from wherever they are? We can do a little bit better than that. You guys heavily incentivize playing with friends and family all the time, but not all of my friends and family live with me. So why don't we, make sure that if we have access to an online game like Splatoon or something like that, I can just, hey, notifications blinking, what's going on? Boom, just a dedicated section for notifications when somebody sends you an invite, just like the PlayStation's been doing forever, just like Xbox has been doing forever. Let's hop on that train, yeah? We've evolved far past this already. Let's catch up a little bit. That's all I ask. And the last thing that I feel I should probably make a request for is just a little bit of a better mobile service. You know what I'm saying? And I can't even fault them for this, right? Because they, just like pretty much every other company, I feel, barely utilizes their mobile system, okay? Like, PlayStation, yeah, you could buy your games on there, that's cool, whatever. Steam, you could buy your games on there, sure, but it's not, I don't know. I can't, they aren't the only ones with this problem, of course, but I feel like if they were to take advantage, people would actually utilize, like, the reward system a lot more if it were more implemented into an app or some kind of mobile situation so that we could easily have access to stuff, you know what I'm saying? If they see that we're on our account, on our phones, and we're making constant purchases and stuff like that within the app, it could, notify us, hey, you've got plenty of points, would you like to get some kind of theme for your phone or for your computer or something like that? And it would work out pretty splendidly. I think people would be a lot more appreciative of a reward system and stuff like that if they had better access to it, because 9 times out of 10, me personally, I'm never visiting Nintendo.com on my computer, ever. If I had it in app format and I felt the need to go on there sometimes when a new game comes out, hey, I may hop on there, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, there's plenty of things that you guys can do to up the game a little bit, but, maybe that's just a me thing, so I'll leave it at that. So that just about wraps it up for my Switch 2 wish list of sorts. I'm sure that there's a lot of things that you guys don't agree with me on, and if you do not agree with me, then speak into that. Tell me everything that you guys are thinking in the comment section below. Do you think that a lot of my wishes and hopes and dreams for this next upcoming console are valid, or do you believe that I'm stepping out of line and that all of these requests are absolutely beyond ridiculous? Tell me everything that you guys are thinking in the comment section below, because you know for a fact that I'm always going to be down there with you guys. But with that, it does appear to be skedaddle o'clock. So, I'd like to thank you guys ever so much for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed. Do me the greatest favor of dropping a like and a comment, and consider subscribing for more content just like this here. And with that, I'm gone. So, thanks again, hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Do me the greatest favor, taking good ass care, and I'll see you all next time.